Hello, I am Net.
And I'm Rhonda.
And welcome to When Morning Comes.
Scream, cry, yell, why did it have to happen? It hurt so bad. You thought the pain would never end. We've come to share some hope and help you realize sometime will rise again. That's when morning
Welcome back to episode 4. Season 2.
What?
Of When Morning Comes.
That's it. You got it right.
We are already halfway through the season.
I
just don't know how I feel about that.
I was about to say, because I might get sad.
I might get a little sad too. We just rolling. Like we get through this thing.
We making it happen.
And I don't know, but I mean, I'm excited.
Yeah.
But I might get a little sad
We
too,
do a lot.
because I mean, we don't know. We never know what we're gonna do. Like we may want to do a few more episodes.
We might give them a
We
little
may
extra.
want to stop it after this.
We're not going to stop it after this.
Never know.
We're not going to stop it after this.
But thank y'all for coming back, for tuning in. We appreciate you guys again. We can't express how thankful and grateful that we are of you guys, and just we appreciate y'all so much. So much. So we're gonna hop into it. Like, I just feel like I be talking a lot. Or Rhonda be talking a lot when we be introducing. So we're just gonna hop into it and go ahead and get ready, because I know y'all be ready for us to.
I catch her straight. They're going to say Rhonda be talking a lot. I didn't even start the program.
We gonna go ahead and get into this episode and, get what we got for you out there.
Okay.
So we welcome you back.
Welcome.
Thank you again for joining us on this roller coaster. We thank you guys for the riders, for the ones that's watching us, for the ones sitting beside us. We truly appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
I want the cameraman. I don't know if he gonna zoom in on this part. I want you to zoom in on this sharp little coat.
I just really almost said something.
Look into your camera and flex your little coat.
I'm not.
real quick. We
Pay
would like
attention to the details.
Yes.
WMC.
Yes.
When morning comes.
Yes.
You see it in the gold.
In the gold.
When morning
In
comes.
the leopard, in the
Lipstick.
camo, y'all see
Cute.
it. The details. We would like to thank Devora for making these custom blazers for us. You can find Devora
Yes, go look for her.
at the THEE, and I'm gonna assume she probably went to Jackson State with that D.
It's okay. We forgive you.
The Natural Company is spelled THEEDENAT URALLE CO on IG. Hit her up for your custom blazers, for your custom hats, t-shirts,
All the things.
cups, all the things. If you want to plaster your face on a shirt, whatever the case is,
Plaster.
hit her up and she got you. Thank you so much, girl, for our
Thank you,
blazers.
Deborah.
So thank you again to our silent season sponsor.
Y'all
We
silent.
truly-
Y'all mighty now. Mighty. Thank you.
We don't see you, we don't hear you, but
We know you there.
we know you there, boo. We know you there.
Thank you so much.
You can also be a silent season sponsor,
Or a loud
episode sponsor, a loud whatever.
Not too much.
You can be that as well. How? You can email us at whenmorningcomes22@gmail.com.
Yes.
Or you can inbox one of us, Rhonda, Net. Rhonda's only on Instagram, but
That's
I'm
all.
on Facebook, and I'm on Instagram as well. If you want to donate, be a sponsor, hit us up. We are still accepting sponsorships and donations.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of y'all ask, well, why do you still need sponsors and donors if you had a silent season sponsor? Good question. Y'all want us to keep with these seasons, right?
Yeah. They not free.
Absolutely.
Oh, praise the Lord.
So
They
yeah, we would love if you would reach out and become a donor
To
and a
support
sponsor
us.
to support us. Or
Thank
if you just
you.
want to support and say, I like what y'all doing, let me put you some little tithes and offering in your hand.
Nope.
That'll
We're
be a
gonna say
blessing
tithes.
as well.
She
say
play
tithes
too
and
much.
offering.
We're not the church.
All right, close the door.
Play too much.
Okay, so listen.
Play too much.
Just reminders that although we are mental health professionals, we are not really necessarily being mental health professionals on here.
Not all the time.
Not all the time. So what you hear, what we are going to say, it won't always be from the book, from the DSM. It'll be strictly from what we went through, our experience, from the R and the N version 5. It's from what we went through, what we've experienced through this grief journey, and so we're just sharing it with you guys in the hope that you guys can hear it, it can resonate with you, and bring some type of peace, just to know that you're not alone.
Yes.
We always want to leave you with tools to have in your toolbox if you are ever in need of mental health services. So utilize the resources. Always, if you feel like you're experiencing a mental health crisis, 988, you can call them. Text them. Or if you just need a regular mental health therapist, counselor, you can reach out to psychology. Well, go online and go to psychologytoday.com, and there you can search for a therapist that's in your area and that's catered to your needs.
That's right.
So
good.
I did good.
You did good.
So the episode drops every last Monday of every month at 8 p.m.
Look at you. Got it right for the first time.
But you know, I got it right, and we almost gonna get through. So yeah. Every Monday. The last Monday of every month at 8 p.m. on YouTube. It drops live. Continues to come in the live chat when we drop, so can talk with us. We'll be interact. Yes. So yeah, we want to shout out our sister Tracy Michelle. Yes. We want to give a huge shout out. Tracy Michelle is one of our old church members. She dropped a book. The book is entitled Afterglow,
Y'all see it.
A Journal of Love, Loss, and Remembrance. The category that you can search it on Amazon is Grief Healing Guided Journal. And a description of Afterglow.
Listen.
Afterglow is a guided journal designed to support individuals navigating the journey of grief.
Yes.
Through reflective prompts and writing space, readers are encouraged to honor the memory of loved ones while processing emotions in a healthy and meaningful way. Created from the author's own grief journey, this journal reminds readers that healing takes time and they are not alone. So again, you can purchase it on Amazon. You can go on her social media, on her Facebook, which is Tracy Michelle, or her business page, Designs by Tracy Michelle. And there again, if you're watching this episode, or any one of our episodes, and you know how we always talk about get your paper, your pen out to take your notes. This will be a great little journal for you to do that. And also on your downtime when you just feel like you want to talk to your loved one, this journal is
about
that.
Your grief journey.
Yes,
it's for this.
So make sure you grab that if you can. I say it's amazing. Rhonda says it's amazing.
I think it's awesome.
So when morning comes, we put our stamp on it.
Approved.
Yeah. So that's gonna be it for my
wait, because as I reach behind me, I feel something else. I
forgot we got a little gift.
If I don't do this, I will not be able to go home. Okay, so listen, we had a little
fan mail.
I got home and there was something just sitting on my bed. I said, "Look at this." You see it? When morning comes with Rhonda and Nat. Now, can you guess who this one is?
Is it hard to figure it out?
Do we look alike?
You gotta look at the details.
You see it? You see it? You see my hole in this skirt?
Yes.
Holiness is still right.
And your blush. Holiness is still right.
Okay, hold on. Wait
a minute, because we got a part 2.
We got part 2, okay? When morning comes, you see
Rhonda and Nat. Can you figure
guess
out?
Who that is?
Because if you look at the top of my head, I have a curly blonde situation going, a 27 piece.
And her eyes are green.
My eyes are green and the eyeliner is up to here.
This is Nat.
I love that for me.
Listen, I don't know what y'all be thinking about, but sometimes people think about us when we don't know they think about us.
So we want to thank little Miss Janae, my niece,
my
Rhonda's daughter, for this amazing fan mail. It was so sweet for her to do that. She just said she wanted to do us something, do a little gift, something special for us.
Because she was thinking about us.
Thank you so much, Janae.
And I had to mention it. We
had to mention it on the show. So yeah, we're gonna jump right into
the episode.
Rhonda.
Okay, so This season we've been really pretty much talking about unconventional griefs or
ambiguous
loss. So those griefs that, people look at you and say, is that really something that you should be grieving?
Mm-hmm.
Or things that, it's kind of different because nobody died. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to a funeral.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you grieving? So some of those things over the past episodes, we talked about grieving a job, and I gave my testimony.
She grieved that now.
Baby, let's not go back, because every now and then it wells up and I will have a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's not go back. So there was a long time of a grief for that particular job. Then on another episode, we talked about ambiguous loss, where you have something still with you, but you're still grieving the fellowship, like an estranged family member or a relationship or a friendship. And then last episode, we talked to Ms. Lori Walker Hall, and she talked about how she lost her former self after she experienced mental health concerns. And so that episode really talked about how sometimes you can grieve who you used to be it because of a mental health concern, or be it because, like with us, there was some pieces of us that we grieved after we lost mama. And so we talked about how we grieved our former selves. And so then I got to thinking, when we was talking about how we grieved our former selves after we lost mama, and we talked about how some things shifted and we did some things differently after she passed. And I realized I was headed somewhere. I think it was traffic. I think I was going to work, and there was traffic on the highway, and I ended up having to go another route. And I ended up going down the street that we used to live on. And I realized that I intentionally avoid going down that street. Hate, not just hate going down that street. I hate going on that side of town.
Yeah.
Because it just holds so
Yeah.
much grief, not just with mom, but just with our aunts, and just the memories that we used to have, just in that area. Because a lot of people don't realize a lot of my aunts stayed in the same area.
Yep.
So we could walk to.
So it was like 3 of us on one street, mama and 2 aunties across the street. Behind us was another auntie and an uncle.
And then
actually 2 aunties and an uncle.
Yes.
Behind them was another auntie. Around the corner was an auntie. So we
could literally walk to everybody's house.
Yeah.
So going on that side of town really is difficult for me.
Yeah.
And so I had to go down that street because, like I said, traffic was backed up. And I thought about, when I passed by the house, I said, they don't even look like the house anymore. And somebody said I think our pastor said a long time ago how the life of the house lives by the people that's in it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And so now that mama's no longer there, and that spirit is no longer there, and that life and that love is no longer there, the house is just going down. Now somebody lives in it.
Yeah.
Somebody has moved in.
No shade to him.
No shade to them.
But he is not mama. Mama took well care of that house. Like,
look.
mama. And again, we always talk about the side of town that we lived on, which is West Jackson area, where a lot of people are scared to frequent, scared to go on, because of maybe crime or low poverty. However, when we lived in it,
that wasn't that for us. We never were scared to be in our neighborhood.
Like, people would say, like, "Oh, y'all stayed in West Jackson?"
Yeah. Or you don't look like
you don't look like you're from West Jackson. I'm like, what does that look like? What does that even mean?
Right.
And so, when mama was in that house, mama made sure she took care of that house. She would buy her plants. She would make sure that she beautified her outside. Now, they would die the following week later. The flowers would die because 3 days later.
But she wanted every spring to get her mom's.
Yes, her mom's flowers, and to make sure
she got her mom's. I don't know.
And
her gardenias.
I didn't know anything about plants, and apparently she didn't either. Because they would just go away by 5 days later, and we'll just purchase her some more.
And they be on the
and
porch.
Put them out there. But
That's
she made sure to keep that house up. Like, she didn't let it define, I stay in West Jackson, so let me, I'm
going to have to look like
like I stay in West Jackson. She made sure to keep it up. So that's where so many of our friends came over. Like, we never was ashamed to invite anybody over. Me and Rhonda, we had sleepovers.
And while you're talking about sleepovers, let me say this. We come from a very, very, very modest background.
Yep.
Very modest background. So the house that we're talking about, it literally had 5 rooms in it.
Yep.
There was the living room, the kitchen, 2 bedrooms, and the bathroom.
Yep.
There was a little washroom inside of the kitchen. So about 5 and 5.25.
Yeah. 0.15. Yeah.
So it was a very small house.
Very
But
small.
when I tell you to walk in their house and be in there with mama and us, it felt like a mansion. And I think it was because of, I know it was because just all the love.
yep.
Ooh, and friends would come over like
I
you were
was just
saying.
about to say, yeah.
And would want to spend the night.
For days.
Not the days. I had some friends, and to this day, I love them. They have become family.
Yeah.
They stayed for weeks.
And will want to live. And so what did
And
that mean?
live.
We had a 2-bedroom. Now think about it. If
Two
we only had
bedrooms.
2 bedrooms, mom had a room, then
And
of course that
Ned
means
and I
we had to
shared.
share a room.
Uh-huh.
We
And-
have an 8-year difference between our age. So that's one thing.
Do the math.
Her friends wanted to come over. And so mama would say, well, you know that means you got to get out your bed.
You got to get out because now it's me and my friends. And
I got to get out of my bed.
They done moved in.
And so I
got
have
to
to
go
go
sleep
and
with mama.
sleep with mama.
Bye.
So now my room,
It's now Rhonda
and
and her
they not
friends.
staying for 2 and 3 days. It's,
No.
I'ma just parlay here while I'm in
It
college.
was different situations that was going on and they needed somewhere to be.
Back on campus.
But that
Get out my bed. But that was just
was the type of house we
that's just the
had.
type of house we had. Like they remember mama waking up on Saturday mornings. They always going to get their red rolls, their
And
white
rice.
rice, and their eggs and,
And
their
their
toast.
toast. Ooh.
Or on Sundays, she was gonna come wake up at 6 o'clock, clocking that door and banging on that door. Get up!
'Cause
I
it's
don't
time
care
to go
where
to
y'all
church.
went last night. Get up! You going to church?
That's right.
And so they always still joke and laugh about mama doing some of those things. So our home became their home.
Yeah.
I remember the week before mama passed, actually, one of my close friends, she came over and she came right on in, and mama was sitting in her regular chair in the living room, and she sat down right beside mama's
Chair,
chair.
like at her foot,
Like
at her
at
feet.
her foot. And mom was just, rubbing, and she was like, mom was like, you're so pretty, and this, that, and the third. And when she left, my friend was like, your mom just feels like home. Like she reminds me of my grandmother, of my mama. Like when I walked in, I just felt comfortable. I felt like home. Your house feels like home. And I'm like, really? And so I made sure like the week of to share that with mama. And it just sat with her. She was like,
Yes.
are you serious?
It just
because
made her light
I
up.
feel like for a while mama felt like because she didn't have the 2-story man or the 3-4-story mansion that
She didn't have a lot to give.
she didn't have a lot to give, but sometimes love is the richest thing a person can
Oh,
give
yes,
you.
saying that.
So because mama shared in her heart, she gave whatever she could. She loved everybody. That home became home for so many,
Yes.
and not just us. So today we want to talk about our home, and not just necessarily our childhood home. Well, we will talk about our childhood home, but sometimes home can be a person. Sometimes home can be a thing. It's wherever you feel comfortable, where you feel safe. That's why we entitled this episode today, Home is Where the Heart Is, the Mourning Edition.
That's good.
Simply because where you feel the safest, where you feel secure, where you feel seen and considered, that's home.
And then to lose it.
to lose it unexpectedly sometimes. Like for a divorce, a relationship, for some people, relationships, their divorces, that's home for them. Their person is their safe place. And to lose it unexpectedly and it's out of your control, sometimes it can be the hardest. It can feel like you're losing somebody to a death. So we
It's
want
a
to talk
grief.
about it's a grief.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about that today. Sometimes we skirt around not talking about, stuff like this. So we want to chat about it.
Yeah. And I don't think we talked a lot about what happened and how that was yet another grief for us when we lost mama. We lost mama, but then because we lost mama, we lost, like you said, our home. And you said our home became our safe place. It became home to others. Child, our home was our rehearsal hall. I was in a singing group called Anointed Gifts. It was not quartet, but it was 4 of us.
Yeah.
And we would have our rehearsals in the living rooms at mama's house.
Yeah.
And Ned would be in there wanting to be a part.
Want
and
to
I'm
be
saying,
a part,
hush, 'cause
singing alone.
you're not singing the right note. Be quiet. You know what I'm saying? So it became a rehearsal hall. It became I remember one time it became a shelter when it was an ice storm, and we don't get many, but there was an ice storm or something. And there was electricity out across
And there was
the
like
state.
5-6 people in the living room with
Pallets.
pallets. Get out. And it always used to be Rhonda friends. I love y'all. If y'all watching this, I love y'all. I'm not saying I don't love y'all, because some of y'all are still her friends to
That's
this
right.
day.
And we were in their house.
But I wanted y'all to get out.
We was in their house, and Mama was getting up and cooking pancakes.
Yep.
And I mean,
Pop-Tarts in the microwave.
Honey, is that time one person put a Pop-Tart in the microwave still in the packet, right?
And almost lit the house up.
Almost blew up our little house. Okay? We have had so many memories in that house. And so the thing about it is Mama loved that house so much. Now we loved the house, but as we got older and Mama got older, the neighborhood got worse.
Yeah.
And so Mama was like, I want to buy the house.
Yeah.
Mama had been renting that house our whole life.
I was just looking for it
Forever. And so closer to the time she was about to pass away, I don't know why. I'm guessing she knew. I don't know. But she had the desire to want to own the house. And so she started the process of applying for the loan and those kind of things, and actually going through the home ownership process. Ned and I really wasn't feeling it.
I wasn't feeling it because I wanted Mama to ultimately move. And I think there was this, we talked about last episode how Mom had this anxiety. And I think it was like the fear of, if I moved, and let's just say Ned decided to, not be with me anymore or move out, I would have to handle everything on my own. And because I no longer work and stuff like that, I may not can keep it up. Or it's just maybe the fear of being alone.
I think it was the fear of, not the fear, but this is where this is what I know.
And this is what I know, and this is the connection that I have with my family. They're no longer, majority of my sisters are no longer here. My brothers are gone, but this community keeps me like connected to it, and it grounds me. This is all I know. And if I move somewhere else, it's going to take me a while. Like that change was, I think she was fearful. And I'm going to be honest, I was fearful to leave her by herself because I did not want her to be in the house, thinking on the what ifs or the
I'm by myself.
So I was like, I'm just gonna stick around, stick it out here. I don't have a husband, so I mean, why not? Why
did you have to say it so hard?
I'm gonna stick around with Mama, and you just, she gonna be my little roommate. We're gonna be, homegirls or whatever. And that's literally what it was. And so when she started talking about the process of getting the house, I'm like, hey, no. We can
let's do it. Let's find somewhere else.
If we gonna do it, let's do it right. Let's go somewhere else. Let's move.
We were looking at other places.
We were looking at other houses. I slide her little pictures of houses. You like that? But no. Hey, Mama, this cute here. Like, and if I moved out, like, you can still afford it. And so after a while, I was like, you know what? It's your world, baby girl. You can do whatever you want to do. If this is the house you want, we'll allow you to stay here. However, we're gonna make sure that we get some people in to fix it up better than what it has been, because the people that was over the house, and I hate to say it, they were not taking care of it like they should have.
They were not. No
and
shade,
so,
but they were.
All shade. And so,
okay.
So we was like, we gonna get somebody in to help to get the house to a place to where you enjoy it, because if you're gonna stay in it for the remainder of your life, it's gonna have to look good. It's gonna have to be up to par. And we started that process. So I remember us sitting in the living room.
I still got a little sheet of paper. When we were sitting down and we were saying, okay, so Mama, what color paint do you want on the walls? Outside, the exterior paint, what color you want some shutters? Okay, what color shutters? And every time we asked her for a decision, she would say,
I don't know, Ned, what you want?
Whatever y'all think.
She was like, okay, well, Ned, what you think? Okay, well, Ned, what you think? And I was like, Mama, ultimately, this is your house. So I want you to make this decision for yourself. Like, I literally don't have a say. And I didn't have a say because I didn't want to be there. And not that I didn't want to be there. I wanted to be there with her. But I didn't want her to be in this house because I felt like they were already giving her the runaround. And so eventually she got to a place where she told Rhonda everything she wanted. So we were like, okay, we're going to go this weekend, this Saturday, to buy your paint, to buy stuff for the house and everything. And so she was like, okay, good, because that Monday I actually have a meeting with the bank to close on the house. So she was like, can y'all order me some clothes? I want to go and make sure I look good.
Did y'all order my slacks?
So I can look good when I go to the bank and I can sign off. We were like, yes, we went ahead and order and everything. That was like that Wednesday. Mama passed that Saturday, the day we were supposed to get up to go to get the paint and everything. And then
if you remember, that I was headed to come over there.
Rhonda was headed to come over so we could go shopping. And then that Monday was going to be the day that she was to get her paperwork to close on her house. And the crazy thing about it, Trustmark still at the wake. They came and they were presented us
the documents that they had prepared that she was supposed to sign.
That she was supposed to sign. It was
Monday.
like, we still feel like it's hers. Although we did not, after she passed, the people that was over the house was like, okay, so y'all want to sign a...
No, we don't.
This a Christian.
Yeah, please don't say what you want to say. Do y'all want to go ahead and let's start the buying process with you guys buying it?
True.
We do. We don't.
So I think that made them feel some type of way.
Because now that you say it, you're right.
That we did not want it.
Because shortly after that.
What was going to happen? Wait a minute. Because what was going to happen by us taking it, they were going to get the money grabbed from us. And that's another reason we did not necessarily want...
I just thought about that.
Mama to get it, because we've stayed in this house 182 years. Why do she now have to get into the process of buying
She has purchased it twice.
When she's
Through all
purchased
of
it
the
twice,
rent.
it's not...
Never mind.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's another day for another story. Okay, thanks.
And so
now
turning it over to us, we take over the rent. And so
now we have
purchased it. I'm sorry, and we purchased it from them. Now we take over the mortgage. We still got to pay out our pockets. I'm not paying mortgage on a house I don't want. And so, no, sir, thank you.
So
no, ma'am, thank you. And so I feel like they felt the way.
And that's when I feel like the tension started. Because here's the thing. So Mom has passed away. We have the day that it all happened, Net had to immediately...
Well, not that day. I moved, but that was because y'all did not want me at the house.
No, you thought you was going to stay there that night.
Yeah, I was really like, all right, well, good night, everybody. Everybody was like, get all your
what you wasn't going to do. You weren't going to stay there that night, and then 1 o'clock in the morning, you was going to come calling Rhonda and saying, can you come
Mama
back?
is sitting on my bed. I'm not doing that. And so... So the day I went and I left out of the house, I didn't stay there, not knowing that was going to be actually my last day staying in that house. Mm-hmm. And so a few days later, we got a call. And probably like 2 or 3 days later, not long. Mind you, we are knee deep.
Trying to plan a ceremony.
Trying to understand what just happened. Mm-hmm. Hey, we so sorry, Gloria. Oh, we loved her to death. She was one of our best. Oh, she was so faithful and loyal.
Watched y'all grow up.
Can y'all we gonna need y'all at that house
in
about 3 weeks. Make it 2. 2 weeks.
Huh?
A house where we've been in for 30-something years.
Okay.
And you want me to pack up 2 weeks of stuff? Not to mention I'm planning a funeral. We're planning a funeral. We are planning, the way, everything.
I get there's a business aspect. I get the perspective of this is still a business. I do not want to miss that. There is also the thin line of being respectful and having condolences and extending grace for someone that you have had a relationship with for over 30 years.
And so
I can't understand.
It wasn't a joke. Like, they were dead serious, and we need that key at the end of 2 weeks. You need to be done. Mm-hmm. And so Rhonda and I,
after the funeral was
planned and done, we had to get up and go there every day and pack up 30 plus years of my stuff, mama stuff.
I still have
our childhood memories, things that you will want to still have after you've lost a loved one. We had to pack it up, and you gotta understand, or you gotta you can only imagine. First of all, we're trying to piece together what's going on and wrap around. Right. And also think about, where is this stuff going? Mama just purchased this. We don't want to throw it away. can't take it to the other house. Where is this going? Where is this going?
A lot of Mama's Christmas gift that Christmas, because she passed
Yes,
in January. A
she
lot
hadn't
of her
even
Christmas gifts
opened.
were not open because she was waiting until the house got redecorated. So they were all still packaged up in boxes, all of that stuff.
Where's this stuff going? I'm having to sort through stuff. It's just not making sense. So that's a lot of the times I would literally just be sitting there in space, just staring. And Rhonda, she'll just go through the house just screaming in each room.
Yes.
And so she'll come to me and she'll say, "Get up and scream." And I'm like, "Rhonda, please."
Yeah, I think I said she would just
She'll leave out the room and she'll go to another room and scream. And she'll come back to me, "Why aren't you screaming?"
Ned, please now, come on now.
It's like it was just so much. It was a lot going on. It was a gang of stuff, but it's like we had to do it. So in between running back and forth to the funeral home, coming back home in the afternoons,
putting up
packing up
things in the
stuff.
garbage.
Now mind you, let me stop you here. Why we doing that? Our neighbors. Now mind you, said the neighborhood got a little. Our neighbors doing this the whole time. Watch.
Because it was a halfway house that Mama lived next door to. And
what you said
it was. Was it a halfway house? Maybe it wasn't a halfway house. Maybe it was a boarding house. That's the word I'm looking for. Either way it go, it was some real different tenants living next door. There was 4 of them. They were different now.
And Mama had took care of them like they were some little cats. They'll come outside and Mama be saying, "Here goes some food."
They were different, and we clean it up, and they coming over there saying, "Hey,
did your mama?
Did y'all?
Did them clothes your mama had? Can you leave them?" And so not that it's funny that they were in need, but
it just
like,
wasn't the right time.
Y'all, please
read the room.
Come on now. And so we finally had probably gotten it all out, sorted away. Some stuff we had to just throw on the side of the street and pray that somebody, and they did. Somebody came and got it. And I'm like, thankful for that, because we didn't want to throw Mama stuff away.
We were giving
some stuff we gave away, Goodwill. Some stuff we took to the house.
People who needed furniture.
People who needed furniture.
I mean, we were really trying to repurpose a lot of Mama's stuff.
Yes.
Just so that, because we had nowhere else to do with it. We wanted it to have a purpose. We wanted it to go on and help somebody else. So we had parceled everything out, had gotten all the rooms kind of emptied, and put everything that was left over in the living room cleaned up as much as we could. And we said, you know what, we're going to take a break.
And this is like dresses that I had, like formal dresses that were expensive.
Prom
this
dresses.
is my makeup chair that cost like $200. And I'm not saying this to like brag, but I'm saying it because it's going to make sense in a minute. This was like little stuff that we still needed to get that was kind of a little expensive.
And let's not talk about, it wasn't just all expensive stuff. It was like a broom and a mop that we had brought so we can clean up the house, one final time. Some cleaning supplies, maybe some towels, some gloves, just random stuff. We sat in the living room and said, we're going to take about 2 or 3 days just to go home and exhale.
Debrief.
And we'll come back.
This last day
would be the moment
we just sit in the house, and whether we want to scream, cry, get it all out, we're just going to let it
have our
sit
ceremony
with us
of grief.
That we are letting our house go.
And this is the last time.
And this is the last time we will come in at this house. We pulled up to the house.
All was normal.
All was normal. All was fine. We was like, okay, Ron. I'm like, we prepped ourselves. We holding hands.
Like, this is
we
gonna be
crying.
the last time.
This is gonna be the last time that we get to experience this house.
And no, we don't want anybody to come with us.
Yes, it was just us
need to be by ourselves for this last final moment to say goodbye to our childhood home.
We got to the front door. Now, mind you, we hadn't turned the gas, the lights, and water off yet. It still had a process time of getting cut off.
We unlocked the front door.
So we unlocked the front door. We walked in, and so we actually walked through it.
We walked through the front door, yes.
And we walked in the living room, and it's still we not really picking up anything. So I think Rhonda made it to the kitchen.
I didn't make it to the kitchen. I came into the living room door, and I brought my eyes up. And one of your blue prom dresses had been hung
like a shower curtain
across the doorway from between the living room and the hallway. And I said,
because we had them laid on the floor real
had
nicely.
them in a tote.
Oh yeah, in a tote bag
that we were giving away in a tote, a gray tote. I said, Dad, did you hang this dress up?
And I said, we hadn't been in here. We hadn't been in together. And so some was like, step back. It was a pallet of dresses made like a little bed.
A little bed. Net makeup chair gone.
Makeup chair gone. We had like a sports utility chair that you take
to the
for games.
Ground.
Gone.
The broom, the mop,
gone,
and the cleaning supplies out of there.
Walk to the kitchen.
It was a half-eaten pork chop sandwich sitting on the stove here. And I look, and the back door in the kitchen had been
Kicked open. Yep, propped open, like somebody had left out for the day they were gonna come back. We walked into the bathroom, a little piece of soap
and a towel.
You done bathed. You done made you a snack.
Pork chop sandwich. And where did you get the pork chop from?
Because
it wasn't no food.
It wasn't no food
refrigerator.
left. And you have made you Airbnb in the living room out of my dresses. So we mad, we upset because now we can't even experience. It's not funny. It was not funny now.
It was not
we can laugh
funny.
A little bit.
It wasn't
now,
funny then. Now it's hilarious because it seems unreal.
It seems unreal. So we leave out. Now we furious. We can't even be sad anymore. We look to the neighbor's house.
Where I said I don't know if it was a boarding house or a halfway house.
And they is propped up in the chairs. My makeup chair, the sports chair, like it's a sports game going on in the backyard.
And the mop.
We tell them to come here because we not scared of much. Living in West Jackson, you get the kind of...
Really don't get afraid.
We said, come here. Did y'all? No, we didn't. How did the chairs end up?
Net?
Like literally says net. You not doing no makeup. How did the chair that say net
get in your backyard?
I don't know.
It's not funny. It's not funny.
So speeding it up, we called the police, and he pretty much was like, I mean, y'all are out of luck. Like, there's nothing we can do. There was really nothing. I mean, you can say, like,
you can lie and
say they stole, da 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 da. And I got so angry with the police officer it was not about the stuff.
That's right.
It was not about the people actually coming into the house and setting up shop or whatever they did. It was about the fact that was the day that we were going to take to focus on us leaving this house, not being able to come back, not being able to have a house to come to.
No childhood
home. If I wanted to go in and be in a space where I could just still smell my mama's scent.
If I wanted to just
sit on her couch, just lay on the floor, get in her bed. Even though she's not there, if I just wanted to do that, I don't have that anymore.
And that opportunity was robbed.
And that opportunity was robbed of us. Mm-hmm. Even if we wanted to set up a little space that last day to just kind of just sit in it, I don't want to sit in there, and I don't know who been in there, what you have done in there. I just did not want to do that.
And for a brief moment headed over there, I considered, let's keep the house.
Yep, you surely did.
Let's just try to find a way to keep it. Now, we don't have to live in it, but let's just make it our family house. The family can get together and gather, because that's where all of us, we're used to being on that side of town. But now that's been violated.
Yes.
And all the years we've been living there, we've never felt violated like that. Now, granted, one time I was in middle school. I came home from school and somebody had broke in the house. They had took your Easter dresses. They had took my cross color. My mama had just bought me some cross colors for school.
And it always be some random weird stuff they steal.
They took the perfume off her dresser and the meat out the freezer.
Yeah.
But even after that, it didn't feel like
it did
that.
And so now, like, when that happened, it didn't even matter anymore. Like, the trust was gone, the love was gone, how we felt for that house was gone. So now,
and it just compounded
on top of the grief we already had. And so I feel like that's how it feels. I know that's how it feels to have your home snatched away from you, mm-hmm. and there's nothing you can do about mm-hmm. it. Be it, again, like I say, a person, a divorce, a relationship, something that you've cherished for years, mm-hmm. and something happens to it, and it's almost like the breath is taken out of your body, mm-hmm. like you lose your wind because you have no control over it. So me and Rhonda, we don't have, again, a childhood home where we can go back to and we can experience mama again. So we had to...
A lot of people looked at us funny because there were some pieces of her that we kept. We were not going to get rid of.
Yep.
She had a curio cabinet that she would collect these crystal little figurines in. She had her favorite chair. She had a favorite rug, a couple of little decor And we brought that stuff, and I have an office in my house downstairs, and we made a little corner of that office.
And it looks like her living room.
It looks like her living room.
Yep.
Because that's all we got left of some type of connection to the home that we grew up in. And some people may look at us and say, and some people have said, that's y'all, it's kind of like a little shrine, ain't it? You know, or something like that. And I'm saying,
we even have like her dresser from her room, and it's filled with clothes.
Some of her clothes.
Some of her clothes. It's just some stuff
that still
like
hold her scent.
It still holds her scent, and we wanted it there because that's all we have. We can't wake up and say we're gonna go over to Mama's house and just sit there. We can't do that. So we created Mama's house in Rhonda's office, and so. Sometimes you have to
do what you need to
do what you need to do to create home again, even though you don't have it anymore, even though you don't have that relationship, even though your spouse you're no longer with them, even though you don't have that thing that you've held on to for so long. You have to create it because, like we said, home is where the heart is, and you can't help where home is.
And so many people want to look at you to say, well, it was just the stuff. It's just things. I mean, the person is no longer there. The relationship is over. The divorce is final or whatever. You can get a new home. You can get, more stuff. You cannot get that connection back. You cannot replace those memories. You cannot go back and relive those things. You cannot. And so for sometimes people to just dismiss it as if, why are you grieving a thing?
Yes.
Why are you grieving a house? Because I'm not just grieving a house.
Or that person was just not a great person. Why are you grieving it so much? That connection is gone. That relationship is no longer there. At once upon a time,
it was.
They were home for you. And so it's okay to grieve it. It's okay to be without, or grieve that loss. So we want to just...
Of course, y'all know we over the last couple of episodes, we going to have a little activity. Because at the end of the day, we wish somebody had done some of the things that we're doing with you guys for us.
For us, yeah.
We wish somebody had sat down with us and said, how can we help you process grieving? Not just your mom, but now you got to grieve this house. Now you got to grieve the fact that somebody has violated this space, have taken this opportunity from you that you can't, sit and think about, this is the last time I'm going to be in this house. Like, they took that from you. That's another grief.
The things that were in it, I had to give away stuff that I didn't just want to
didn't want to
necessarily
give
let
away.
go, but I had to because I couldn't take it with me.
And we needed somebody to sit with us and say, let's sit down and let's process this. Let's talk about this. Let's work this out together. And yes, we did eventually get us a counselor. I got my own counselor, and they got her a counselor, and we were able to process those things. But in the days leading from that to getting a counselor, we needed somebody to just reach out and say, I'm here.
Yeah.
Which is why we have this whole podcast.
Yeah.
We want to be that for somebody. We want to be those things for you guys that we didn't have. So, an activity.
Because honestly, we are processing this stuff in real time. Like,
sitting here right now.
We're sitting here right now. So that's why sometimes you see us get a little worked up, because we've talked about it amongst one another, but just sitting there processing like this really happened. It took us a while. It took us 3 years, 2-3 years to kind of...
And it's funny now, because we've gotten to a place to where now we can laugh about some of the things that are, it gives us joy. You know what I'm saying? Some of the things that we don't have to always look at it, kind of like what we said on another episode. We don't always have to look at it from a negative perspective. Yeah. So like Ness said, we process it sometimes as we sit here. Talking about it brings it back to the forefront, and sometimes it's like we're reliving it. And so we would have wanted somebody to do something like this with us. So get your paper.
Get your pens. Get your paper.
Get your paper.
You have some work.
Okay. So, as always, get you a sheet of paper, and the first thing that I want you to write is a prompt that says, the thing I lost was... And you might write something like my childhood home, my grandmother's ring, my first car, my favorite chair. Okay. The thing I lost was my childhood home, my favorite chair, your bedroom set. That was a cute bedroom
It
set.
really was. My makeup kit.
Your makeup kit, your makeup chair
My makeup chair.
that had knit on it. It was embroidered. It was so nice. Okay. After you write those things down, the thing I lost was, then you're going to identify the meaning beneath the thing, and then you'll complete the prompt. This thing represented. You might say things like, it represented safety. The house we lived in with Mama and you and I.
Peace. Because there was never a time where I could not go home and I didn't feel peace. Like, it don't matter if me and Rhonda had gotten into it, because we go argue about whatever. Nothing. It don't matter if Mama had kind of irritated me that day. Just going home felt peaceful. And it was never chaotic, or I didn't feel chaos. So for me, it gave me peace. And I feel like that's what home should mean to you, whatever your home is.
Yes, it should be peace. It should be safety. Like you said, we didn't live in the best of neighborhood, but there was never a time I didn't feel
Safe.
like I was not safe.
Yeah.
I never felt unsafe. I don't care. We sitting here listening to the ambulance.
We hearing the gunshots ring off. We were like,
all right. I mean, it never felt like we were in danger. I mean, so the meaning beneath it, this thing represented safety. It represented peace. And so, and by identifying that, it helps those that are grieving this thing recognize that there is meaning to it, and it's not just a material. It's not just a thing. And then the third thing you'll do is you're going to name the memory the thing held and write 3 memories connected to that item or to that place. So not just what meaning is beneath it, but what memories do you hold for those things? I can go on and on about the memories. Lord have mercy. I
remember when you got wrapped with a bacon pack.
Let me explain something to you.
Mama was cooking breakfast.
No. Why you trying to be funny? That is not what happened. She did
or
not.
Maybe it was a dish rag.
It was a dish rag. I got smart at the mouth and I was washing dishes. I said some under my breath and I thought she was going to pass by Mama. Mama took that thing over my shoulder and got that dish rag. Got that. If you ain't never been hit with a wet dish rag
across your back.
Baby, you ain't been hit. I'm saying, so why she want to give a little?
Hey, okay.
A little, I remember when.
All right.
I don't know which one I want to talk
Time
about.
wrapping up, boo. Time winding up, boo.
I remember when. Which number one I want to get. This might be bad for me, though, if I give this
because it was really evil. And I hope when y'all hear this, y'all call some type of help.
Let me tell y'all something. That was
hotline.
bad. Do y'all hear me? That was a bad kid. And I would come home and have to watch her until Mama got home. And Nat, she said we were 8 years apart, so do the math. Nat used to get on my nerves so bad. Nat had worried me so bad, one day so bad. I waited till she went in her room or our room and closed her door because she had an attitude. And I took some shoestrings. I told y'all our house was real small, right? So the bathroom door was about this far from the bedroom door. I tied that shoestring to the bathroom door and to our bedroom door. So when she tried to get out, she couldn't get out.
Now, had something happen like a fire.
She wasn't going. What was in there that you could set a fire with? Nothing.
I was going to fire something because I was trying to break that window to get out. Because when I would have got to you, girl, ooh, you better be glad it was the year
that was so bad.
phones.
Mama came home and said, Rhonda, I said she
got in trouble.
On my nerves.
She got in trouble.
It's all right. But those are memories
that we remember. Like we can sit back and we can laugh on.
I can talk about so many of them, but that's just 2. And I'm not going to keep talking about you, though. Okay. And so by doing that, it honors the emotional connection without re-traumatizing the loss. And that's what I love about it. It gives you the opportunity to reframe and look at it from a different perspective so that you don't always have to look at it from a traumatizing perspective, but from that was a good moment.
A good moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then you're going to write about what the loss took from me.
Yeah.
And so then you might want to use the prompt, losing this made me feel. You could come from losing this made me feel. For me, I felt untethered. I felt like I wasn't connected to anything anymore. You know what I'm saying? I felt lost. Like I was just floating around in space, and I needed something to connect me back.
Because I don't know how to start over.
I don't know how to.
I don't know where to begin. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do. Every Saturday, I was getting up, coming to Mama's house.
Yep.
On Saturday mornings, even to this day, right now, I feel lost on Saturdays.
Yeah. Or even with me, like, just everyday, period. Like, that was my everyday. So, being in a new space, a new home, it took me a while to call it home. I still struggle to this day to say, oh, this is home. Or this is, I live here. And sometimes I find myself, like, bottling myself up in this one little space in my room. And, like, I just stay there. And I don't really maneuver anywhere else because it's like I'm still getting used to this being my home. So, it's really hard.
And sometimes you can change your perspective and say, losing this made me feel grateful for what it gave me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we don't always have to look at it from a perspective of grief or loss or trauma. We can look at it from losing this home made me feel grateful for the love that I received. It's not too many people. It's people that lived in 6-bedroom, 7-bathroom, 3-story homes that didn't feel the kind of love that we felt in our 5-room home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it made me so appreciative of what Mama gave us in the house. Oh, girl, don't make me toe up. Okay. 2 more. What the loss could not take.
That love.
Ooh.
That it could not take how we felt about Mama.
What do I still
how she
carry?
made us feel. And I feel like it got us to who we are today and where we are, because had we not experienced that love from Mama, like we could be some horrible people.
We could,
but because of her heart and her love, like we want to give that love to everybody. And sometimes it's a blessing and a curse, but that's just the type of people we are.
It taught us to be good stewards over what we have.
What we have.
Mama didn't have much. But what she did have, she took care of it. And she made us, let me tell you something. Now that I go back and think about some of the experiences that we had over our life, we really didn't have a lot, but we didn't know it.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Mama
she
made
didn't let us know it.
Mama cared for us so to where we thought we were living in the upper echelon.
Yes, ma'am. Be in a deluxe apartment well, not in the sky, but you know, you get what I'm trying to say. It was deluxe. But Mama made us feel like that. And so we didn't really realize, honestly, till she left her, like, well, we really didn't have much. But Mama would never, and even it was let's say, I remember maybe one time the lights went out. One in my entire life. And I think they went out, and I think I came home from school and was like, Mama, the lights out. She was like, oh, yeah.
And before she got home,
she said maybe like it was a car
outage
or something. An outage.
Now everybody's house.
Everybody's house on.
But it's an outage on ours.
And probably like an hour or so, the lights popped back on. But I think we realized when we got in our adult years, now them lights were off.
They were off. But Mama didn't let us know. And they weren't off long.
Nope.
Okay. So I think what I still carry from this thing, even though I've lost it, I still carry a sense of take care of what you have.
Yep.
Be appreciative for what you have. Yep. Get meaning out of everything that you have. Okay. Because I'm about to really fall into a weep. Okay, let me finish this.
I didn't do it this time.
You didn't do it. I'm about to weep myself. I want to ask you guys to finish by the prompt. I honor what I lost, and I honor what remains with me. So we talk a lot of times in these last few episodes about both and. 2 things can be true at the same time. You can honor and grieve what you have lost, but you can also honor what you still have and the meaning that you're going to carry with that thing that you lost. So if you did not have your paper, when we were going through this, rewind.
I was just about to say.
Okay,
we're
rewind.
Not walking back through steps.
We're not going to go back through steps 1 through 6. Pause us right now. Rewind.
And come back.
Come back. But I really want you to take this activity and think about some of the things that you may have lost.
And not just things, again, people.
Home could have been, like Ness said, a person, a relationship that you were in, and it made you feel safe. You were in a marriage and now you're not, and so you're not in the same house that you used to be, or you're not living with the same people in your family, you know what I'm saying, you're separated, whatever. It could be so many different pieces that you're grieving because you're not home anymore, and it's perfectly fine.
It's perfectly
to grieve
fine.
those things.
So we want to leave you with a few teachable moments from that.
Yes.
And today's teachable moment is this: extend grace and support to those who may be grieving something. We have a dear longtime friend, brother of ours whose family experienced a loss. And many of you may know him as Pastor Tony Yarber. His family recently lost their childhood home in a fire. Everyone is safe. However, there are some memories, some moments, some feelings connected to the things that perished in that fire that his family is grieving. And so I know, again, like Rhonda said earlier on, a lot of people say, well, you can rebuy stuff, but you can't rebuy memories or things from people that you've lost. And so he did lose some of those things. And so I would like for you to, if you're watching, if you're feeling led, of course it's not a mandate, you don't have to, but if you feel led, support this family. The information will be on the screen. The Cash App is, of course, $ Trina Yarber. That's Trena Yarber. Or Zelle, and you can use TonyYarber at gmail.com to inquire about those ways to help. Again, just help that family if you can. We love them to death.
Yes,
and so we wanted to show our love from when morning comes and our support.
And even if you just want to send some encouraging words, because this is a lot to grieve. We know exactly what he feels like to grieve his childhood home, because we have had to grieve ours. And like we said, we want to be for others what we needed. So in this community, if you can be for him what he may need in this moment, if you can't send anything financial, send some words, send some prayers, email him just that you're thinking about their family, something, show your support.
Yes. And so again, leaving you with our toolbox. If you need it, use psychologytoday.com to find a counselor or therapist in your area. Or you can call or text 988 if you are experiencing a mental health crisis. Don't forget, our show airs the last Monday of every month at 8 p.m. on YouTube. We like to go live a little bit before that and get in the chat box. So join us in that chat box so you can talk with us. Follow us, like, and subscribe. Share this with your loved ones, your friends, your family members. Again, this season, we're not just talking about the loss of a person. The loss of things, we're talking about all of it. And I know somebody can resonate it. I know it will resonate with you in some kind of way. So make sure you're sharing, you're liking, you're following, and you're locking into our episodes. And lastly, we would like to forever and always thank Jonathan Winston, Dr. Jonathan Winston of Connecting the Dots Therapy, LLC, our silent season sponsor, and Devora one more time for these blazers. We thank y'all for tuning in. We hope that you learned something. Remember that home is where the heart is, so make sure you do that activity. It's going to bless you. And again, thank you. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
The pain would never end. We've come to share some hope and help you realize